Hey guys, Thogden here and welcome back to a brand new video. Now today, we made our championship predictions about a year ago and we're going to be reviewing them. We may have got some shockers in this video, so be prepared for it. How you doing, Dad?
Hey, not bad. New location, new coffee. We've got some right, we've got some wrong, haven't we, Theo?
How many likes today then, Dad?
Hey, I reckon 10,000.
10,000 likes? We can smash that. Let's go for 13,000 likes. You don't know about these championship fans though, Dad. And let's start with the first team, which is Barnsley.
It certainly is, Theo. You said they'd be 19th. I said 19th. They were actually 5th. They surprised us all. New owners, the Moneyball approach. Can they get to the Premiership?
Dad, how have Barnsley ended in the playoffs? I thought they'd be fighting for relegation.
It is brilliant. So congratulations to them. We got it wrong.
Yeah, we completely got it wrong. I have to give a shout out to Alex Mauer, who's been the captain. The whole team have played well together. They've got Helik, the Polish centre-back, who's been a beast this season, and Daryl Dike, who's come in from Orlando since January. He'll definitely bag a few in the playoffs. How do you think they'll do?
I reckon at this stage it's like tossing a coin, Theo, but imagine Barnsley in the Premiership. Could they possibly survive?
Okay, they're probably not favourites, Dad. You've got the likes of Swansea and Brentford in there in the playoffs. Listen, they're not favourites, but it's all about the upset. On the day, they might turn up, and with big Daryl Dike, you never know.
Birmingham City, 20th. I said 18th. They were 18th. But I tell you what, maybe they should have done better under Lee Bowyer, Theo.
Yeah, with Dong, I don't think they were going to excel past just surviving in the Championship, but great news today that their chairman has walked. They've left. They can now get someone new in, get it more positive between the fans and the club again. I think it's all up from here for Birmingham, but we did predict it correct. We said they'd survive, and they did.
Now for Blackburn Rovers, 13th, 12th. They were actually 15th, but the team from Lancashire, they score a lot of goals, don't they?
And they concede too many, and that's why they're 15th. Dad, how can a team with Bradley Dack, Harvey Elliott, and Adam Armstrong on banging form end 15th in the Championship? I just don't understand it. It's simply not good enough. If they had a good defence, some big players in there who could keep on to clean sheets week in, week out, they'd probably be going for the playoffs. It just doesn't understand it in my head.
Yeah, Adam Armstrong, 28 goals, only one player scored more. Harvey Elliott, our friend, got 11 goals. So maybe if they can keep him, next season will be better. Now for Bournemouth, he said 15th, I said 4th and playoffs. They were 6th and playoffs despite losing the last 3 games. But Theo, how did you get this so wrong?
Dad, I thought Bournemouth were going to sell. I thought they were going to sell all their talent and then the owners were just going to hold on to the money and save it in case, you know, I don't know. I don't know why I thought Bournemouth would end 15th. I think I asked one of my championship mates, Dylan. I'm blaming him. I'm blaming my friend. Fair play to Bournemouth. They sneaked into the playoffs.
Absolutely, and they've got that Premiership memory, that DNA, so good luck in the playoffs.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't expect that Dan Newman fella to go out there and score 15 goals. He only played a few Premier League games and he was a bit stinky. So to turn up and basically blossom in the Championship is pretty, impressive.
And now for Brentford. You said they'd win the league. I said 2nd. They were 3rd, Theo. The highest scorers in the league with 79 goals, but they draw too many games, don't they?
Dad, they had a striker that got 41 contributions, broke records in this league, and they still couldn't make it an automatic space. What do Brentford need to do to get promoted to the Premier League? A new stadium, good, well-run club, Moneyball, brilliant football team, Sergi Canos even getting like 17 contributions too. What else do they need to get promoted?
Well, they've got one Ivan Toney, maybe they need 2, but joking aside, they've won the last 4 games, so they're in form. So I say, and I mean this, good luck in the playoffs. I hope you go up.
Okay, let me ask this question.
Eventually.
On the spot, are they going up through the playoffs?
Yes, Brentford to go up to the Premiership.
Well, they are favourites if you look at the odds, and rightly so. It's because they've got Ivan bloody Toney, and they know how to make him score goals. With the new stadium, would you like to see them in the Premier?
I would love to see that. We know the owner very well. They're a really friendly family club, and I would love to see them in the Premiership.
And actually, they've played some really good football this season, and like you said, they drew too many games, but they've actually played some good stuff, and in the Premier League, they could probably survive, can they?
I think they could, Theo. I think if they get up there, they might do a Leeds and be solidly mid-table.
But first, they've got to get up, and that's something that Brentford simply haven't done in a while. So let's see what they could do. Good luck. I thought it would be automatics. I got it wrong. I'm sorry.
Bristol City, 17th, 9th. They were actually 19th.
Hey, 9th? You mug! You thought Bristol City would end in the first top 10.
I can't believe that Bristol City, with those rich owners, with that great infrastructure, that amazing ground, can lose 25 games in a season.
They hired an inexperienced manager in Dean Holden. It was never going to work. I said that a year ago. Yeah. Bristol City fans said they had a go at me, saying they'd go for a playoff push. A playoff push? That was more like a relegation fight, and they ended the season poorly too. I know they've got Nigel Pearson in now, but things aren't going right there, and I called it.
And now for Cardiff City, 3rd, 6th. They were actually 8th and 4 places below Swansea City. That's got to hurt, Theo.
Well, we both predicted them to end in the playoffs, and it simply didn't happen. Cardiff bottled it this season. I don't have much to say, but I did call Kiefer Moore scoring loads of goals. He got 20 goals this season, and actually Harry Wilson had a good year too, but not enough to get in the playoffs.
I reckon that with Mick McCarthy in charge, next year is the year. Playoffs at least.
You reckon?
Yes.
Okay, we'll wait for our championship predictions. That'll be later on. But no, I thought this was their year. I got this one wrong. I'm sorry, lads. I expect more next year. I really do. More from the Cardiff boys.
Coventry City, 16th, 20th. They were 16th. You got it right. And I tell you what, Theo, that's not a bad result, is it?
Yeah.
Given all the turbulence at Coventry City in recent years.
Exactly.
Not bad.
And they were newly promoted, so a lot of people expected them to go straight down.
Yes.
And we kept faith in them. I got it exactly correct.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not trying to be rude here, Dad, but the Coventry fans, I understand them. I understand the team.
I know.
16th place, spot on. That's all I can say.
And well done to Mark Robbins, an ex-Man United legend. Good manager. Now for Derby County.
Oh, no.
7th. 11th. They were 21st. They survived on the last day of the season. Derby County, how can you do so badly? You've got Wayne Rooney in charge, mate.
I think that's their problem, Dad. It's not a proper manager. He doesn't have experience. It's like when Paul Scholes tried to be a manager. It just didn't work. Yeah. They're great footballers, but they're not ready to be a manager. And that was the downfall. I don't really think that's the right thing. I think they need a proper gaffer in there. Wayne Rooney, I mean, I know he survived on the final day with that 3-3 draw over Sheffield Wednesday, but Derby County should be nowhere near the bottom of the championship.
Absolutely. You should be pushing for the playoffs every single year.
I don't understand what's happened with Derby and Forest this year, but them two clubs need to sort it out. Especially Derby. They shouldn't be flirting with relegation to League One. Shout out to Waghorn to being at the rescue on the final day, though. That was a crazy game.
Huddersfield Town, 22nd, 14th. They were 20th, and they had the worst defence in the league. Theo, you got it nearly right.
Yeah, well, I said they'd get relegated, and they survived. So, arguably, I got this one wrong. But I did think Huddersfield would be down there. What made you say 14th?
I don't know. I still remember them being in the Premiership, being a big team. So sometimes your mind's stuck in the past. But do any players stick out in your mind?
Yeah, Josh Koroma.
I'm not going to do a Koroma joke there. Now for Luton Town, 18th, 21st, and they were actually 12th. Now they didn't score many goals, but that is a respectable position mid-table, isn't it?
Absolutely. Kiernan Dewsbury Hall was a brilliant little loan signing from Leicester. Great player. Really, just helped Luton get in a real solid mid-table finish this season. They exceeded all predictions, really, didn't they, Dad?
Absolutely. The only downside to Luton fans is that Watford did so well, but never mind.
Hey, they're promoted now, so they don't have to, be so angry about where Watford are in the league, because they've been promoted now. But listen, Luton, that's one of their best seasons they've ever had, so fair play to them, guys. Pretty good form.
And now for Middlesbrough, you said 10th, I said 15th, they were 10th. But you know what, Theo? They were 13 points off the playoffs. Hey. I know you got it right, but didn't you expect more from Neil Warnock?
I expected 10th, and it ended 10th. That's why I predicted it. Exactly.
But Middlesbrough, it's one of those teams, Theo, who really, surely they should be up there amongst the playoffs.
Yeah, I think they need a few more additions next season if they want to go for the playoffs, but they've got a really good manager in Warnock, and I completely understand Warnock as a manager, hence why I got this prediction spot on.
And now for Millwall of London, 8th, 13th, they were actually 11th, but they had a really poor end to the season, and without that, they could have been top 10th there.
Yeah, they could have sneaked into playoffs, who knows? Yeah. I mean, Millwall always there and about. Fair play to him on Jed Wallace this season. He got 11 goals and 5 assists. He always gets loads of contributions, but as a team, they didn't get any further than mid-table. So, unlucky Millwall, I'm sure they'll add a few additions and go again next year.
Yeah, it's a proper East End club, that, so good luck next season.
Good luck. And we got this one somewhat close enough.
Norwich City, you had no faith in them. You said second, they were
no
first.
Faith?
Hey, I got it right.
Faith.
Yeah.
Hey!
But I've got to ask you, What do you think of the Farker in charge?
You're trying to make dodgy jokes now as well. No one's laughing. Listen, no. In the video, if you roll back the clips, you can say that I nearly said Norwich to be first.
Yeah.
So don't say I don't put faith in them.
Nearly. That's the operative word. You got it wrong. Resign.
I said automatic promotion. They got automatic promotion. That's the way to look at it.
Right, less of the waffle. What about Timu Pukki? 26 goals. Brilliant.
Yeah, great season. Not top goal scorer, I thought he would be, but he still had a great year. Todd Cantwell pulled the strings, and Buendia, most creative player in the league. You have to give him credit.
Brilliant. He's a sensational player. 16 assists, and I can't wait for these guys to be back in the Premiership. But my question to you, are they a bit of a yo-yo team? Can they stay in the Premiership?
That's the thing. I think they need a few more additions. They need to replace Ben Godfrey.
Yeah.
They need a Premier League experienced replacement for him, and maybe they can survive. What do you reckon?
Well, all I can say, Norwich, brilliant season. Good luck next season. It's going to be great to have them back.
Yeah, I know what they're going to do. Pukki will start scoring at the start again, and then fall away. You just know it's going to happen. I think Cantwell will have a good year because he's had a bit more experience in the had a few more seasons to his name, and he had a decent year. But Premier League, he's going to excel next year, I reckon.
Absolutely. The beers are on Jack, mate, and all those Norwich boys.
Yeah, Grant Hanley had a good year too. Bit dodgy at the end of the season. If you know the video I'm talking about. Shocking.
And now for Nottingham Forest, 9th, 8th. They were 17th. This is a club there. I can remember them winning the European Cup 2 years running. What are they doing finishing 17th in the Championship?
My question is for the Nottingham Forest fans. Guys, let us know. Matchday with Max, other Forest fans. Let us know in the comments below. What went wrong with your club this season? Lamucci got sacked. I know they brought in, was it Chris Hughton? Either way, a managerial change should have helped their form. Look at Chelsea. But no, I don't know what's going on at Forest.
I mean, that's the weird thing, because in my mind, teams like Forest and Derby and Sheffield Wednesday, they're big teams in my mind.
I know,
they're all struggling.
They've got to be performing more. So Forest fans, let us know what's gone wrong.
Preston North End, 11th, 10th. They were actually 13th, but they won the last 4 games, didn't they, Theo?
Yeah, we pretty much called this one spot on. I mean, like you said, we said mid-table, they ended mid-table. Not near the playoffs, not near relegation. It's always what Preston North End do. They stay in the middle of the Championship. They're always there or thereabouts, and we called it.
Queen's Park Rangers, 12th, 17th. They were 9th. So, Theo, you got quite accurate with this. Mark Warburton, decent gaffer.
Hey, I called this one Thogden. I said they'd end up higher up. You thought they'd be right down there, fighting for relegation or just above it. What was that?
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, they had a good end to the season, didn't they? They won 4 of the last 5. But QPR often is a badly managed club. There's always been money there or thereabouts, but I don't know.
They didn't get near the playoffs, but you know what? They ended it with some wins, and it's good going into next season. So fair play to QPR fans. You're looking all right.
Absolutely, and they managed it without Eberechi Eze, which is an added bonus.
And Osei Samuel, who both left, and they still did all right. So fair play.
Now Reading, we didn't have much faith in you. 14th, 16th. You were 7th. You were one place off the playoffs. So massive respect to Reading here.
I'll put my hands in the air and say I got this one wrong. I didn't expect Reading to perform as well as they did this season. I think you should be saying the same.
I should actually. Now Lucas Zhao, 19 goals, the 5th highest scorer in the league. Quite a plur, isn't he? Theo?
Yeah, and I think part of the reason he scored so many goals, we got to give credit to 2 players. Ovi Ejeria, who had the most take-ons, over 100 take-ons successful this season. Great at being a man. Best in the Championship at doing it. But credit to the 19-year-old Frenchman. Michael Elise. 7 goals and something like 12 assists. Just broke into the Reading team from the youth academy as well. He's not on loan from someone big. Fair play to him.
Absolutely. It's like you at 5-a-side, Theo.
Hey, I don't mind that. I'll take that. Now, the big deal is whether Reading can hold on to them two, Ovi Ejeria and Michael Elise, over the summer.
And now for Rotherham, 24th. I said 23rd. They were 23rd, but they bottled it a bit at the end. 3 points in the last 5 games. Just 1 win away from safety.
I know, it was very tight at the end of the Championship. Table. Anyone could have survived because there were 4 teams right down there, including Derby, surprisingly, which is crazy. Fair play to them, Rotherham fans. Everybody expected you to go down. You were favourites to get relegated because you didn't have the squad for it, really. And we predicted it correctly. We'll see Bolton play them next season. And now for Sheffield Wednesday, 23rd, 22nd. They were bottom of the league, but it was close. It was 1 goal at the end of the season, wasn't it, Theo? It really, it came down to it. The fact they were still in the tussle until the last game week is ridiculous. If they beat Derby, they could have survived. Absolutely, but it was that 6-point deduction, and the players can't help that, can they? No, they can't help that. And quite frankly, they still put in a real good shift, to be fair to them. Everything was expecting them to go down, and they did in the end, but they went down fighting. And you know what? They're playing Bolton next season. Wednesday away is always class. I'm looking forward to that. Absolutely. I'll be in the Sheffield tap having a few. Yeah, exactly. Listen, Wednesday fans, you've been through a lot. Maybe going down is the best thing, most comfortable thing to be able to just get wins in there, get momentum going again, you know? Absolutely. A
allegedly clueless, so don't sue us.
Aye, sue Morgs, not me.
Stoke City, we had high hopes. Fifth, where were you? 14th. What is it about the city of Stoke? And Port Vale we talked about yesterday. Underachieving, you should do better, lads.
What went on?
I don't know.
We both expected playoffs. Dad, the reason we expected Stoke to do well is because they've got a decent team.
I know.
Nick Powell had a good year with 13 goals, but how did Stoke end mid-table again?
Given their history, given the value of the squad, given the passionate fans they've got, Stoke, you should be pushing for playoffs.
You really should.
Get your act together.
Yeah, something needs to change. I don't know what it is. Stoke fans, let me know what went on, but we expected much more, and it's a real scratch of the head moment.
Swansea City of South Wales, 4th. 7th, they were 4th, and I've got to say, Steve Cooper's done a brilliant job over the last couple of years, hasn't he?
I called this one as well.
Yeah.
It's not a bad video, this, is it?
Yeah.
I'm not complaining. Hey, you know what? Shout out to Swansea for creating one of the best moments in the Championship this season when they played against Watford and Ben Foster was in goal and Jamal Lowe scored and went over to the GoPro, didn't he? That was moment of the season. That was brilliant.
So all I can say to Swansea is good luck in the playoffs.
Yeah, Ben Cabango, their centre-back, 20 years old. He's having a really good year. Fair play to him. Definitely going to watch out for his career now. But Swansea, they're in the playoffs. How can they do that?
Well, at this stage, it's a bit of a lottery, isn't it, Theo?
It is, but they've got the players, they've got the team, they've got big moment performances. I think Swansea, I reckon they've got a good chance at it.
Yeah, so good luck to them.
Good luck, lads.
Now for Watford, you said 6th, I said 3rd, they were 2nd. I got this one nearly right, didn't I, Theo?
Hey, don't try and mix it up. You got it one off, fair play.
Yeah.
That's a big one off. Automatics to playoffs. You predicted Watford to be in playoffs, like me.
Yeah.
And they got an automatics. That's all you should be looking at, Dad.
That is true, but they've got the best defence in the league, haven't they? 30 goals conceded. Now, I think that bodes well. You get to the Premiership, do what Burnley do.
You know what is about
Watford? Tight at the back.
I got this one wrong. They did have a managerial change around, and it's really difficult because when we do our predictions at the start of the season, we expect that manager we're talking about to be there throughout the season. They then changed that round, and things started to really work. They've obviously got automatic promotion. Big shout out to the team as a squad. They played so well. Cleverly had a really good shift. Ismail Assar's been banging them in. Cleverly's been putting in a shift. Just a whole team overall. They've just done really well, Watford, and probably deserve promotion.
Yeah, but your point about managers is a good one because only 10 of the 24 managers have been there for over a year, and I think that's shocking.
That is crazy when you think about it, isn't it, Dad?
If you're an owner, stick with your manager.
Interesting. And shout out to Ben Foster. He's made some great videos. I feel like I'm part of the Watford training group week in, week out. I'm talking about Dini, about ketchup in the morning. Like, what's going on there? It's mental. But you know what? The promotion video is class. Go subscribe to his channel. And Premier League vlogs.
Absolutely. Well
that's
done,
delighted.
Watford. And finally, Wickham Wanderers, 21st, 24th. They were 22nd. They won 3 of the last 4 games. So close, Theo. I mean, football's all about margins, isn't it?
Hey, Dad, you know what? They put in a real shift coming in the season.
Yeah.
They were winning games left, right and centre. I thought Wickham might survive then.
Yeah, but all I can say is we are the one and only Wanderers.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, I tell you what, we're going to be playing that Wanderers next season. So there is no more one Wanderers in one league. No, we'll play them next year. And you know what? Every time we go Wickham away, the Wickham as a club are just very welcoming to us Bolton fans, so I've got to give credit to them as a club. I'm actually looking forward to going away to Wickham next year. It's also not hard to get to for us, so can't complain, can we?
Absolutely, can't wait for next year.
Shout out to Akin Fenwar for getting his championship goal. He may have at least scored 1 in the season, but it's one better than nothing, you know what I mean? Shout out to Jack Grimmer as well, who we saw in Hampstead the other day.
We certainly did.
What a guy. Thank you very much for coming on the video. We've got a new setup. It's not going to be a new setup for the long term, it's just for the championship predictions. Every time we do championship predictions from now, I'm going to do a random setup. How does that sound to you?
That sounds brilliant.
We asked for 10k likes. I think I'd change that to about 12,000.
Yeah.
If we could smash 12,000 likes, it will put a smile on Thog Dad's race. That coffee will taste twice as good with a like. Okay? Also subscribe if you're new around here. It would really it would mean the world. We've got to get the championship boys together here. It just means the world if you turn the notifications too. Not all of you do, so get it done. Thank you for joining us in this weird new setup. No Thog Bear around here, no Thog plant, but they'll be back soon. Have a good one, guys. Take care.
See ya.
What's the next video, Dad? Any insights?
You'll have to wait and see.
Oh, we'll leave it on a tightrope. There we go. Take care, guys.